Hello. I'm going to do two examples from solving two-step equations. So I'm going to give it to you with a couple different perspectives. In the first perspective, I'll pick up where I left off with the story of saving Princess X, except in the example I'm going to do, it's on the second page, it's saving Princess Y, because I asked you to. So I got 2y plus 4 equals 18. So I'm going to put up a wall here. And so next to Princess Y is the number 2, and then there's a plus 4. So from the perspective of a video game or from like battle, when I go to save the princess, I'm going to attack the person who's furthest away first. Closest to me, furthest from the princess. So number 4 is like the soldier out in front, and I'm gonna reverse with the inverse. I'm gonna undo it with the opposite of a positive or a plus, which would be a minus. So minus 4 to the left, minus 4 to the right. Don't cause a fight. Drop it like it's hot. See what you got. So negative 4 will defeat 4. It is canceled. It is gone. It is 0. The princess is still being held onto by the number 2. But now I have less work to do. 18 minus 4 is 14. So 2 is holding on closely to y. It is attacking the princess with a multiplication. So I will defeat the times 2 with the inverse, which is divide by 2, which we write as a fraction because we do our work down. The 2 is gone. Slash. It's not canceled. It's 1. It's 1y. One positive princess is left. I do want a positive princess. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. And she is a 7. Okay? Now we're going to do the check. Checking is as easy as RSVP to the party. Okay, so I'm going to write RSVP. R stands for rewrite. So I rewrite it. It's easy. Copy the original typed out question. S is for substitution, so I'm going to take the letter out. I'm going to hold that space open with a blank and some parentheses. You must use the parentheses. You might get away with it for some questions, but it's unsafe on some other questions. So better safe than sorry. Put the parentheses in because you should trust me. Okay, so the next step is VP, verify with PEMDAS. Back in the day, I used to go through PEMDAS, parentheses first, there's no parentheses, there's no exponents, there's multiplications. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do addition later. But instead of using our brain, I'd rather use my finger. And punch it into the calculator exactly how you see it. 2 parentheses 7 parentheses plus 4. Put it in your calculator, get an answer. And please, nobody wants a faker. I mean, this is going to be right if it says 18 equals 18. And if it doesn't say 18 on the left, then you know you did it wrong. But if you're a faker, you won't know if you're wrong or not. So don't fake it. Okay, so that is one example told the way that I do my video game. So now I'm going to be less video game. Maybe you're not into video games. So now I'm going to solve this one just by using my checklist. So I'm going to write my checklist down. Parentheses, same side combining, opposite side opposites. Is there any plus or minus? Is there any multiply or divide? So number 1, do you see any parentheses? And the answer is no. There's nothing to distribute or simplify inside the parentheses. Do you see any like terms on the same side of the wall here, the equality wall? No, J's don't go with constants, so there's no like terms on the same side. Are there like terms on the opposite side? Yeah. Negative 5 and 13, they're both constants. They're on opposite sides. To get one from one side of the wall to the other, I will need to use an opposite. So I'm kind of doing the OSO step, or you can look at it as getting rid of the plus or minus step. So my goal is to isolate the j. So I'm going to get rid of the plus or minus first. I have a minus next to the j, so I'm going to do plus 5. I am not getting rid of the 13. 13 isn't bothering anybody. Doesn't start none, won't be none. So don't leave the 13 alone. It's on the other side of the wall. It's the negative 5 that's the problem. So negative 5 and positive 5 cancel. 13 and 5 make 18. And I drop it like it's hot with everything it's got. It's j over 6. Ooh, that is an ugly j. Well, it's not art class, it's math class, right? J over 6 is 18. So I just did the plus minus step. Now I ask myself, do you see any multiplication or division? Yes, I do. I see division. The opposite of division is multiplication. So there's more than one way for me to write this, but I'm going to tell you the most successful method would be to do it the way I do most 7th grade math problems. Is if I put this 18 over 1 and write it as a fraction, when I have one fraction equaling another fraction, it is a proportion. A proportion can be solved by cross multiplying. It's still multiplying. I'm still multiplying to get rid of division. But you need to understand I'm only cross multiplying when I have a proportion. And something is a proportion when there is one singular fraction equal to some other singular fraction. Nothing else added on to it. So j times 1 is j. Just write that there, write the equal sign. And 6 times 18 is, 6 times 10 is 60. 6 times 8 is what, 48. And then 60 and 40 is 108, but I'm going to check it in the calculator anyway. 6 times 18, because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Oh, it's 108, just like I said it was. Okay? Don't do two lines, okay? Don't write j times 1 equals j on one line and 6 times 18 equals 108 on another line. Put it all on one line. I don't have to divide by the coefficient because j is already isolated. It's already a positive 1j, so I'm good to go. So the next step would be to check my work. RSVP to the party. R is for rewrite. Ooh, that was a cute looking j. Minus 5 equals 13. Take the j away. Can't help myself. And copy the question again. Plug in the answer, which is 108. And then I'm going to copy the equal sign and the 13 from over here. And everything over here will be PEMDAS, but it'll be done in the calculator. So in the calculator, you can press the fraction button, parentheses, 108, parentheses, down 6, 2 to right, minus 5, enter. And if it comes out the same, then you did it well. If it doesn't come out the same, then you did it wrong. And you go back and you check yourself before you wreck yourself, but don't be a faker, okay? All right, 2 problems. We're good to go. Hope you enjoyed this mini lesson here. Make sure you do some work on the whiteboard before you do it on the homework paper itself. See you later.